Welcome back, fellow subscribers. In this video, we're talking about a great everyday focal length, the 40mm f1.2.
This is the Macro Marvin channel, where he'll share his passion for photography, videography, watches, cats, cars, and much more. Enjoy and thank you for watching.
Now, I'm really excited to share this experience with you. This is a lens that I've always eyed, but I never really thought about trying it. It just looked interesting, 40mm, f1.2. I mean, what's not to like about an f1.2? But then learning more and digging more, you learn that the 40mm focal length is actually a very versatile focal length. And it's very close to the human vision in terms of the width that we see and we focus on. Because you can argue, 35, 50 is closer to human vision, but a lot of people agree that 40 is the one. More specifically 43, but this is close enough. But anyway, enough about that. Focal length is useful, it's versatile. The aperture, like I said, f1.2, awesome separation. Usually an issue that a lot of people have, especially talking from experience, is that wide angles don't provide as much separation. The wider you go, the harder it is to get separation. So being able to shoot at f1.2 at 40 or even at 35 or wider, you notice the difference and it makes images stand out because we're not used to seeing wider shot images with this type of depth. We're usually used to seeing that with longer focal lengths. So that's a win right there. Now, build quality and adaptability. This is an M mount lens, but I know they have it in other mounts. I think it's also on FE and probably Nikon. I got the M mount version because it's the most adaptable. You can put it on any camera mount basically with any cheap adapter. In my case, I was able to adapt it to a Leica SL2S and a Sony A7CII. Now, these are both very good cameras to use this lens on because, like I said, the form factor, it's small, it's compact. On the SL2S, it's all manual focus and I really enjoyed it. I did not struggle a lot. So these images that you're seeing are a mix of shot from the SL2S and from the A7CII. On the A7CII, completely different story. Yes, you can adapt any manual focus lens, but I've gone back to the Techart LM-EA9, which provides autofocus for manual focus lenses that are L mount. So you can take any manual lens, adapt it to M, and as long as it's under 500 grams, which a lot of these are, you have autofocus with this lens. And I basically shot all the rest of these images that you're looking at with the Sony A7CII with this lens having autofocus, and it was really good. No complaints. The speed was good enough for portraits, for everyday photography, and that's gonna take me into the next section that I want to talk about, the usefulness. 40mm, like I said, close to what we see as humans, helps you capture everyday life. So casual, portrait, pets, it's a do-it-all, and it's not too wide and it's not too close. Sometimes when you have a 35, you feel like you're too far. When you have a 50, far away enough. So like this is an in-between, so that is a big deal. And that 1.2 is just priceless. As in usefulness and an alternative, look at the Leica Q3 43. This thing has been sold out. It's so popular right now. It's providing a very similar focal length to this. So I would say this is a very good alternative because of the size. If you match this with an A7C II or a A7CR or any other compact camera, even like a Lumix S9, you are getting something very similar in look and feel because this is a very high quality lens with vintage vibes, with a glow look that's been compared to a lot of Leica lenses for a much more affordable price. This lens varies depending on if you find it used or not, but compared to what a Leica Q3 43 costs, in terms of you going after that specific focal length and compactness, this lens provides that at a much lower price paired with those Sony and Lumix or any other compact camera that you can adapt this lens to while still being full frame and with the better aperture of 1.2. The Q3 43 is only f2. So you are getting some advantages if you go this alternative Q3 vibe pathway that I've always been very interested in, and seeing how can you get other versions of that. So like I said, more to come on this lens combo with autofocus. I'm gonna make a separate video where I talk about my renewed experience using this autofocus adapter with a bunch of M mount lenses that I have, some Leica, some Voigtlander, Typox, Samara. I'm getting autofocus on all of these with the A7CII. So more to come on that. Stick around. I think I'll work on that for the next video. Thank you for watching.